Hi, this is the Faithful Poet, and this is episode 6, and I've entitled it Get Some. And the reason I call it Get Some is because it's that time of year, right? It's fall time. People are going to start getting a little cocoonish, hanging out inside because it's cold, it's windy, it's rainy. But what I wanted to do is kind of focus on what we can do during these times to both to stay strong, both physically and spiritually, right? And one of the things I want to do is focus on how we can really get efficient at doing our workouts, making sure we make time for physical activities, and also have time for spiritual activities. But the main thing is that with this fall right upon us, I mean, there's a lot of holidays, there's a lot of eating, there's a lot of company, there's a lot of stuff going on, and all of a sudden we're putting all that stuff on top of what we're already doing. So that's where our physicality and our spirituality can really refine us, make us strong, and be able to do it all, you know, and uh, and know that God is helping us to do it because we're looking to Him and saying, "Hey, Lord, strengthen me." Um, you know this is all coming. There's family, there's food, there's all this stuff coming, and I've really been doing good, with my physicality, and I've been doing good with my spirituality, and I don't want it to slip one way or the other. I really want to stay in the game per se and push it to a higher limit, right? So how could we do that, right? Well, some of the things you can do, right, is set specific and manageable goals, right? And I'm talking about like in the physical, right? I'm saying like break down your tasks, divide large, overwhelming projects into smaller, bite-sized tasks. Like I'm gonna clean the garage on Monday, right? 50%, then I'll do the other 50 on Tuesday, right? There's an example. Or look at giving yourself a sense of accomplishment too when you get things done, right? A lot of times we're just pushing, 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 doing and doing, and we never really stop to, thank ourselves for first off getting in there and getting some, as I'm saying, and also thanking God for giving us the energy to get it done. Um, so that's just something for us to look at as we start breaking down our task and kind of looking out for ourselves, right? And then, here's a thing that's kind of goes against the grain, right? And start with the easiest task. I know I was one of the guys, when I was working, that wanted to handle that big thing first, right? And one of the things about handling the big thing first is sometimes you can get bogged down in it, right? Or it can start growing and growing, and you start losing your motivation on it, right? So sometimes when you get a quick victory, right? You get right through that one task. It really pumps you up you know, um, to really step up to that bigger task and really make it very successful. And also, right, some of the things you can do too, with all the, company and distractions and extra things going on, is to look at your environment right now and remove any distractions you have, right? Anything that's a big time waster, be it social media, a messy workplace, or anything that's really blocking you from being focused, right? Um, just kind of look at minimizing that stuff, right? Maybe change your routine. Maybe the routine that you're in um, has you maybe procrastinating a little bit. Maybe it has you taking more time doing something that really shouldn't take that much time. So kind of check into that, kind of ask yourself, what can I do to change my routine? And maybe take something out and add something, right? Like maybe add 5 minutes of prayer in the morning, right? Ask God to fine tune you for the day. Make sure that you're going to get nothing but blessings and good people come your way, and thank Him right off the get, right in the morning, first thing. And I really think it brings a light to your day, and especially with the fall coming. Like I said, we could use all the sunlight we can use because we're definitely gonna get some rainy and cold and windy days, I'm sure. And also maybe, find somebody, if you find yourself procrastinating or going off the trail and you really need to stay on it, right? Find an accountability partner, somebody that'll, you can either text or DM or whatever and just, hey, you on track? And they can TM you back and go, no, I need help. Or they can say, yeah, right on it, and you can confirm you're right on it too, right? And then visualize your success, right? When you go into things, right, look at it and go, hey, I want to work out. I really want to bust a move. I want to really want to make things happen. I want to get strong, right? And or I want my Pilates to be popping or my yoga to be really on point, right? Concentrate on that, right? Visualize it. Visualize your success in both the spiritual and the physical, right? And then practice positive self-care, right? Embrace positive self-talk. When you feel unmotivated, challenge any negative thoughts, right? Like I can't do this to I got this, right? I got this. The Lord's got me, and I got this, and and push forward and reward yourself. Use positive reinforcement to celebrate milestones. Rewards could be simple. Maybe you're just going to watch a movie that you really, really liked, or maybe you're going to spend some time with somebody that you really care about, right? Reward yourself for the things that you do. Because especially in this time of year, right, we do a lot more than we normally do. And it's okay to take a moment and spend some extra time with your kids, spend some extra time with your loved one. Um, and then practice self-compassion, right? Sometimes we can be pretty brutal on ourselves, and like, oh gosh, I missed that one set, right? Or I didn't hit that weight that I wanted to push, right? Or I haven't prayed in a week, and or maybe, gosh, my body's so stiff I can't even do yoga right now. And we really start, kind of being negative towards ourselves. But what I want you to do is know that push yourself through um, your exercise and your spirituality, but don't be negative towards yourself, right? Gosh, this far from a perfect world, right? And we don't always hit our best goals. Some days we wake up and we're like, gosh, I have to do all this, and it's okay to feel that way, all right? But what I want you to know is that, practice that self-compassion. Don't be so hard on yourself, all right? Don't be so hard on yourself, right? The Lord sees your efforts and he knows what you're doing and he appreciates you and he loves you. Okay? So you love you too. And then another thing I want to do is just kind of look at things that can lift you spiritually, right? And I kind of mentioned, praying in the morning for 5 minutes, right? And over time you're going to build a habit. And it could go to 5, it can go to 10, it can go to 20, and it's entirely up to you. But just know that every step you take towards God is a step that's pushing you forward on your spiritual journey. And I truly believe enriching you and embodying you with His light. And it's only going to make you stronger for all the tasks that you have to do and all the relationships you have to be a part of. And you will bring that light with you. And you'll raise people up. And people will go, wow, I really like to be around that person because they got a great attitude. And they're just they're fit and they're fun and they're spiritual. And I just really like that about them. Because positive people love positive things. And one of the things I want you to know is that sometimes we could just get into these holidays and really take a slump and go, man, I'm just not ready for this stuff. I'm feeling kind of depressed. I'm feeling kind of down. Um, you know, um, but I want you to understand this, that the Lord will give you strength in everything if you ask. If you just look up and go, Lord, I need some strength. I need to get through this. I need this challenge met, right? Ask him for strength and he'll give it to you, right? Just talk from the heart. He'll come through for you. One of the things I want you to understand is that it's okay to feel really, really good about where we're at going into these holidays and eating your favorite foods and being around your favorite people, right? But it's also okay if maybe you're on the other side of that spectrum and you're not feeling so great about all that, and your exercise has really been off, and your spirituality has been a little off. Well, this is just a little reminder, right? How important you are to the Lord, right? And how important you are to many people in your life, right? And sometimes we forget, right? just how important we are to other people, right? And what I want you to realize is you're never alone, right? You're always with God. God is with you. And he's looking down and saying, "Hey, I got you," right? And I want you to do the best you can, right? And if the best you can is to be busting out some massive raps, or if the best you can is doing, 110 push-ups, or if the best you can is reading the Bible for 20 minutes a day, hey, glory be to you, right? But I want you to know that when I say get some, I mean try to get all these things, the physicality, the spirituality, and also, right, try to uplift some people this holiday season, because not all of us have somebody, right? And it would be really nice if we all took time to walk down the street and just talk to a neighbor and ask them, hey, how's everything going, and they might just tell you, hey, I'm alone this holiday season, right? And you can have an opportunity to do a kind gesture for them. Maybe you can make them some food and bring it over. Maybe you can bake them some cookies. Going old school. Maybe you can do something really nice, right, and make that person's holidays complete. And that's what it truly is about, right? So this holiday season, right, is I'm saying, let's get some, right? Let's get some physicality going. Let's get some spirituality going, and let's get a strong basis for this holiday season, and really try to spread the love of God to as many folks as we can. Because what I want you to understand is this, right? That God loves you, and there are people right now that need to talk to somebody, that would love to hear the word of the Lord, right? And what it can help them do is truly start to feel that their journey can start too, right? When we turn somebody else's candle on with ours, right, and we give them some light, what they do is they have an opportunity, right, to make that light grow. And with their candle, they're going to go light somebody else's, and that's how it goes, right? So let's spread the word, right? God's word this holiday season, right? Let's be safe. Let's be kind. Let's be enthusiastic. Let's get some this holiday season, and let's make it happen. And what I want you to know is that in closing, I wish you all love and blessings. And I definitely will be back with an episode 7. So until then, thank you and have a great holiday season.